So hello, welcome back. So today we can discuss few topics from nephrology. So first question, a 20-year-old male presents with tea-colored urine, edema and malaise. He had upper respiratory tract infection 2 weeks ago and urine analysis showed hematuria and low-grade proteinuria. So what is the likely diagnosis? So we have four options. So the first option is post-streptococcal glomerulonephritis, IgA nephropathy, Alport syndrome and Goodpasture syndrome. Okay. So before going into questions, all these options actually comes under glomerulonephritis. Okay. So basically glomerulonephritis, we can actually classify it as two. Okay. So one is nephrotic syndrome and the other one is nephritic syndrome. Okay. So all these condition actually comes under nephritic syndrome. Okay. Again, a brief idea means the nephritic syndrome, the features are slightly different from what we learn in nephrotic. Okay. So in nephrotic, usually the main presenting feature will be proteinuria. Okay. Here also there will be proteinuria even in nephritic, but there will be additional features like hematuria. Again, the other feature is edema, then the urine output will be reduced. Okay. And another like some complications like hypertension. Okay. So when we discuss nephritic, the more features are more like more of hematuria than the proteinuria. Okay. So all these features or all these conditions comes under nephritic. Okay. So I'll discuss few things regarding each condition. So first we can start with post-streptococcal glomerulonephritis. Okay, so as I said, this also comes under nephritic syndrome. So the symptoms and the signs, everything are almost same. Okay, but the difference is, as the name suggests, it is post-streptococcal glomerulonephritis. Okay, that means initially the patient will be having a streptococcal infection. Okay, again after few days, actually few weeks, okay, mainly in post-streptococcal glomerulonephritis, the glomerulonephritis features occurs after around 1 to 3 weeks of streptococcal infection. Okay, again streptococcal infection means usually it is pharyngitis, any throat infection. Okay, or it can be any skin infections also like impetigo. Okay, again that other feature is its presentation. Okay, so as I already said, they will be having features like hematuria, then proteinuria, then hypertension. Okay, but a specific feature for PSDN is the hematuria or the color of blood in urine looks like cola colored or tea colored. Okay, so that is very important. Again, as I said, all these features occurs after a streptococcal infection. That's why we call it as post-streptococcal glomerulonephritis. Okay. Again, the next option is IgA nephropathy. So the major difference between IgA nephropathy and PSDN is here glomerulonephritis features occurs after 1 to 2 days of streptococcal infection. Okay, so here also the patient complains of some features of throat infection, pharyngitis. Okay, so it can be any upper respiratory tract infection. Okay, it can be fever. Okay, after that, after 1 to 2 days, they will be having features of glomerulonephritis. So as I said, here also the most prominent feature is hematuria. Okay. Again, the third option is Alport syndrome. So Alport syndrome is actually a familial condition. Okay. So just remember, Alport syndrome means the patient will be having features of glomerulonephritis like hematuria, plus they will be having some eye symptoms and also some ear symptoms. Okay. And most important thing is it is a familial condition. Again, the last option is Goodpasture syndrome. So this also comes under nephritic, and here there will be involvement of both kidney and also lung involvement. Okay, so the patient can present with hematuria, okay, and also sometimes due to this lung involvement, they'll be having hemoptysis. Okay, so these are the major difference between each condition. So here it is a 20-year-old patient presented with tea-colored urine. Okay, also edema present and also complaints of malaise. He had upper respiratory tract infection 2 weeks ago. That is very important. Okay. Again, urine analysis showed hematuria and low-grade proteinuria. Okay. Again, usually in nephritic causes, the proteinuria will be less when we compare to nephrotic syndrome. That's why they have returned low-grade proteinuria. So here the answer is post streptococcal glomerulonephritis, since all the features occurred after 2 weeks of upper respiratory tract infection. Okay. Again, we can move on to next question. So this is how we can easily differentiate each condition. Okay. Mainly all those DDs that comes under nephritic syndrome. Again, next question. A 4-year-old boy is brought in by his mother after she discovers that his urine is now a dark Coca-Cola colored. She reports that he was at the doctor 10 days ago because he was complaining of a sore throat. But he has otherwise been well. Okay. So what is the most likely diagnosis? So the options are same: PSGN, IgA nephropathy, Alport's and Goodpaster's. Okay. So as I said, here also description is very important. So it is Coca-Cola colored. Okay. So it's similar. This means it is hematuria or the blood in urine is Coca-Cola colored, or the other description is tea colored. Okay. Both are same. Tea colored urine. Also they says that the doctor, this child has been consulted by doctor 10 days ago because of sore throat. Okay. Otherwise he was well. Okay, that means before few weeks, like around 1.5 weeks, this child had an upper respiratory tract infection. Okay, so what can be the answer? So here the answer is PSDA. Okay, so if it was like few days, 1 to 2 days, it can be IgA nephropathy. Okay, so this duration is very important. Okay, so remember in PSGN, all these features like hematuria, proteinuria, okay, all these features occur after few weeks, that is around 1 to 3 weeks. But in IgA nephropathy, it takes only days, that is mainly 1 to 2 days. Okay, mostly 1 to 2 days. Okay, again same options. I already said about Alport syndrome and Goodpasteur syndrome. Okay, we have one more question. So next question is, a 7-year-old boy presents with hematuria and sensorineural hearing loss. Okay, so his father also had end-stage renal disease and same sensorineural hearing loss. What is the likely diagnosis? Okay, so they are giving some additional features like hematuria and also sensorineural hearing loss, and also his father had similar complaints. Okay, and now he has this end stage renal disease. Okay. That means here they are telling that family history is positive, okay, in this condition. So as I said, the answer is Alport syndrome. Okay, so to remember easily, just remember in Alport syndrome, this is also an important condition, okay, that runs in family, and the patient will be presenting with all those features of glomerulonephritis, mainly hematuria. Along with this is actually affecting both ears and also eyes. Okay, and in ear, the most common presentation is hearing loss. Okay, and that too sensorineural hearing loss. That means the nerves are being affected. Okay, and also the other feature is it can result in some eye changes also. Okay, so here the answer is Alport syndrome. So mainly all these things comes under like glomerulonephritis, but the major differences between nephrotic and nephritic syndrome. Okay, so as I already said, nephrotic means the main presenting feature will be proteinuria, and the proteinuria will be very high. Okay, but in nephritic, that means in all these conditions, the proteinuria will be less when compared to hematuria. Okay, so thank you. So hope you understood the major differences. So we can come with another topic soon. Okay, bye.